Avatar: The Last Airbender was one of those iconic TV series, animated series that really stands the test of time. It was fun, it was engaging, it was entertaining, and then whatever the hell they tried to do in that live action, I don't even want to talk about, but it was fun. No, I didn't dig Korra, but whatever. But still, I'm just saying. But now, after Aang and his team have successfully defeated Fire Lord Sozin and, brought peace to the land and ended the 100-Year War, now they have to deal with a threat much worse, a threat much more foreboding, a threat much more challenging, and that threat is identity politics. And as we all know, identity politics doesn't know when to stop. Let's dive into this article here from Bounding into Comics so you could understand the level of stupidity here. The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender confirms original voice actors were recast in order to match actors' ethnic racial background to the characters. So yes, they are going to be doing 3 Avatar animated movies. I was very excited for those when I heard about it, because it's going to be telling what happened after the end of the series, what happened with Aang and his friends and all of them. Yes. But now we're finding out identity politics has dived headfirst into it, and the original voice actors who are literally iconic at this point, and everybody would love to hear them again. No, they're going to be replaced because these people can't get their head out of the identity politic rear end. Let's go on so you understand the level of crap that's happening here. Right? When the news broke that the upcoming Avatar: The Last Airbender sequel film, The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender, had declined to bring back the series' original voice cast and instead chose to wholesale replace them, many fans were left scratching their head as to what possible reason could have motivated this bizarre decision. But thanks to casting director Jenny Ju, we now know the reason was, unsurprisingly, identity politics. See, this is what I'm talking about. You could have brought back the original voice cast because they're still there, and as far as I know, none of them have passed away or anything like that. Could have brought them back, and this would have been iconic. But these people don't care about those things. They care about pushing this nonsense that Twitter tells them is very important. This is why I am so worried about anything that they bring out now. It doesn't matter if they decide to bring back an old series, reboot anything. I am literally terrified now of them ever doing that, because I know what these people are going to do. They cannot help themselves anymore. This is how badly it has gotten. Ay, 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 boy. First announced as in production in February 2021 under the supervision of original series creators Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko via Paramount's then newly established Avatar Studios, with the pair return to the animated series prompted by their dissatisfaction with the experience working on Netflix's live-action series. So considering I reviewed every episode of that live-action series, I can say they were right to be upset. The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender will serve as the first of 3 movies that will explore Aang and company's adulthood adventures following their defeat of Fire Lord Ozai. I would love to see this, because this is like, it picks up a few years after that happened. So you get to see more things, because there are there are things that happened after that, after where it ended, and that people want to see more of. So you could do that. However, despite picking back up where the series left off, the film, as noted above, will not be bringing back the original voice cast for the main gang. Like gang, like Aang, gang. despite all of them still being alive right here and most still working, but instead replace them with a brand new voice cast. Why? Identity politics. And listen to this madness. At current, the confirmed voice cast for The Legend of Aang includes Korean singer Eric Nam as Aang, taking over from Zach Tyler Eisen. Why? I don't know. Jessica Martin as Katara, taking over from Mae Whitman. Again, why? I don't know. Roman Zaragoza as Soccer, taking over from Jack Desina. Again, I don't know. And listen to this one. And Dion Kwan, herself a blind woman, as Tough, taking over from Jessie Flower. Oh my God. Eh. Now, listen to me. I have no problem with blind people working and that. I believe they have plenty to offer, and I'm happy whenever they can do anything like that, no problem with it. But you see this idiotic belief, because this is not the first what is because keep in mind they actually this idiotic poster came out and said some years ago that Daredevil should be played by a blind actor. And then there was talk about how for the Madam Web movie they wanted an old blind woman to play Madam Web. And then even the live action Avatar series, there was talk about how they wanted to cast an actual blind girl to play Toph. And now you have literally hired a woman to do the voice for Toph. And I mean, the reason is pretty clear. It's because she's a blind woman. I don't know, these people have this deranged belief that doing that in some way helps these people, or I don't know, gives them recognition. No, it's insulting. It's the same way you only hire people because they're black, only hire people because they're gay, because they're whatever they're like. It's insulting. If you're telling me the only reason you are going to hire somebody boils down to just their skin color, ethnicity, disability, or who they jump in bed with, then that is not representation. That is being an absolute moron. But they won't stop. You change the voice cast because you want to push an agenda. And with Tough, you want to push an even bigger agenda and show us how dotish you are. That's all this is. There's nothing in here would make anybody think, well, okay, this is being often. No, you can bring back the original voice cast. Nobody cares about their ethnicity. People just like the people and them. That's all. The only people who care about this are you idiots. And when you see people voice their concern and decide to try to boycott it, then they're going to come out now and blame and attack everybody else. Oh, God, boy. It should be noted that there does currently exist a rumor that Zuko's voice actor Dante Basco will be reprising his role as the Firebender, but this has yet to be confirmed by an official source. Now, Dante Basco is his ethnicity does match somewhat of what they're looking to do. So it's possible he's going to be coming back for that. But again, like I said, nobody cared about the ethnicity of these voice actors. Nobody. The only people who care about this are the idiots and the thousands of bots that you all listen to. Nobody cares. People just want the original cast back, and that would make this movie epic. That would make all three of these movies epic. But when you just won't stop sniffing your own DEI facts, oh God, how much money do you have to lose? To this end, in the 2 years since this primary casting was announced, Paramount Pictures and Avatar Studios have remained completely radio silent as to the behind-the-scenes decisions that led to this voice actor shakeup. However, thanks to the aforementioned Jew, fans finally have the answer. Jew, whose thus far 17-year-long industry career has served as the casting director for such projects as Inglorious Bastards, The Brother's Son, and the live action last action Avatar: The Last Airbender series, confirmed this production detail during a recent Ask Me Anything session held with the Our Movies Reddit community. Asked directly by a user, that is what the user had to say here. Hello, thank you for the AMA. I have a couple of questions regarding The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. One, is there any reason why you guys decided not to bring the original cast back for the ultimate nostalgia trip? The characters' voices are just so iconic and distinct. I find it hard to really accept anyone else in their roles. Plus, promoting the movie with the original actors coming back would break the internet and truly feel like the original show is back. Yes, all of that 100%. These are the things that you do to bring people back and get people interested in it. I myself and a lot of people that I know are big fans of Avatar. You bring back the original voice cast and all that, and trust me, people will flood to watch these movies. Let me go on to number two. Is there anything you can tease about the new movie or when we will maybe get our first look? It's just been so dead silent that I don't even believe it's real until I see it. It's just my favorite franchise, so I'm very protective of it. I'm excited to see what the movie has in store, even though I'm not a fan of the recasting. I will try my hardest to be open-minded. I just really wanted to hear the original cast voicing these characters one more time for their last hurrah. Perfectly acceptable questions and everything like that. So Jenny Jewel responded. This is what you had to say. I told Mike and Brian that I understand how important it was to get this right for them and for the fans because I'm a fan too. Also, my favorite IP. Then why are you trying to ruin it? But okay, let's move on. Since the original show was released, listen to this nonsense. There's been more emphasis in voiceovers to match actors' ethnic, racial background to the characters they're portraying. Avatar The Last Airbender is a fictional world, but there are cultural influences for each nation, kingdom, and we wanted to explore the talent from those groups. I can't say much more about it, the film, except that I'm really proud of this cast, and I hope the other fans keep an open mind to this new iteration of our beloved characters. Why? Why? You want to say is since the original show was released, there's been more emphasis in voiceover to match actors' ethnic racial background. The only people, and I'm saying this, the only people that have ever, and I mean ever, had any rational problem whatsoever with any voice actor matching the ethnicity of the character that they're voicing is the lunatics on Twitter. The same ones who look for every opportunity to have a problem with everything. The same people you all keep catering to and then losing millions of dollars to. These people don't care about anything. They don't like anything. They need to constantly have a problem so their meaningless, moronic lives have some kind of meaning to it at all. That is what they do. And you go out there and listen to these people and act like they actually know what the hell they're talking about when it's clear to everybody they have no clue whatsoever. And you put yourselves in these positions to make yourselves look like idiots, and then you wonder why everybody's supposed to be cool with this. You go on to say that Avatar: The Last Airbender is a fictional world. Fictional world. People watch this series love the voice actors, love the story, everything. But no, you cannot separate yourself from anything. You have to keep doing this. And then you go on to say that, I can't say much more about, I guess say much more about the film, except that I'm really proud of this cast. You have to make it because this is what you keep trying to bank everything on. You already put out that, I'm really proud of the cast, and I hope other fans keep an open mind to this new iteration of our beloved characters. People are sick of this. Snow White bombed hard because why you started out the door trying to race swap Snow White, and then you had Rachel Zegler shooting her mouth off, it didn't help. Little Mermaid, race swapped. All these nonsense you do, every time you race and gender, something all kind of thing, people get pissed at it. Why can you not leave these things alone? I mean, like hell, even X-Men 97, they wanted to recast Storm because as far as they're concerned, she didn't sound African enough. That's how idiotic this is. Nobody cares about these things. Nobody. The only ones who give a damn about it are the idiots you keep catering to and you keep losing money behind. What you won't stop. At present, the Legend of Aang, the Last Airbender, is looking to start flexing its theatrical bending skills on January 30th, 2026. Got to stop doing this shit, man. You are constantly embarrassing yourself. This person asked a legitimate question. You understand me? About the voice actors. And your response was, well, ethnic background. I think, no, what you should have said is that, my mind has been so corrupted by all this DI crap. This is what I'm doing. This is going to piss off people. There's no denying that. I'm a fan. I'm already pissed off. When you literally go out there and change these voice actors just to push an agenda, it pisses people off and everybody's fed up on this nonsense now. Everybody. But will they learn? No. No, they won't. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, you should hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.